grandparent becomes the primary caregiver for their grandchild, it can be a complex and expensive road ahead. To help support fellow caretakers or kinship caregivers, Texas Grandparents Raising Children is providing support and advocacy. We are so happy to have them here. As today's Heart of SA, I want to welcome Mercedes Bristol. She is the founder and executive director, and Beth Brown, operations manager. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. This is, this happens a lot. You come across these family dynamics and maybe people don't know how to navigate them, especially if you're a first-time grandparent doing this. You experienced this, Mercedes. This is why you decided to start this organization, correct?
Absolutely, Roma. What happened is CPS, you get the call, CPS calls you and you say, what do you do with these grandchildren? Mm-hmm. And so I ended up taking in 5 grandkids at 3 months old, 3 years old, 6, 7, and 9. And so it was a journey. It was a very eventful journey. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I realized is that there are not enough supports out there to help these kind of families. Most of our grandfamilies are actually on Social Security and having to take on these grandchildren, and it's a burden sometimes where it causes them a lot of stress and a lot of emotional outbursts.
Sure, because you don't even know how you're going to afford it. Let's face it. That's the number one concern. How can you afford all these lives in your home? But you made it work. You're making it work for a lot of people in our community. So what is the approach with TXGRG?
Well, the approach is that they come to us, their grandparents, they don't know where to turn. They don't know what resources are available. They're in crisis. And so they can call us, and then we can help them navigate the system that they're in and help them with the resources that are so hard to find.
And Beth, you're a huge part in helping you connect the organization with the people who need help, right?
Yeah, so we have a team of grandparents who actually work with us. They have lived experience. Wow. And so they're grandparents who are raising their grandchildren or have already raised their grandchildren. Some of them are grown and already out of the home, and they work with us. So they know about these resources. They know where to find them. And they're just a great asset to our team. And they really connect well with our grandparents when they're calling, when they're having that crisis. The comfort they feel speaking to an experienced grandparent is just really great. But other ways that we can connect with folks in our community is through our community events. So we have our picnic every September for Grandparents' Day, and that is fun for the whole family. The grandparents, the grandchildren can come out and have a great time. And it's not just a great time, we also use that time to provide great resources for our grand families. And then we have our luncheon in the winter season for the Christmas break, just to really tell the grandparents thank you. We know you're doing a good job, really set them up for the holiday season. And then we have an educational conference in the spring to really empower and educate our grandparents, to give them the tools that they need to be successful in their homes. And so we stay really busy with all of those events, but we also have our support groups that meet every month throughout the city of San Antonio. We also have our peer-to-peer support groups and one-on-one case management. Wow. So give us a call and you can talk to a case manager and grandparents can get help right away.
I hope someone watching right now feels a sense of relief because you guys are there. I was reading that in addition to the financial hardships, like sometimes you don't even have the legal rights to make certain calls for these children yet, right?
Well, we are called the informal foster care, right? Foster care gets financial support, and they get all of the benefits, the tuition for college and things like that. These grandchildren don't have that opportunity to receive any benefits, so then their caregivers, whether it's an aunt, uncle, grandparent, have to struggle to be able to just support these children. I've heard stories that some of the grandparents even have to cut their medication in half just to have enough money for these kids. They call us, we send them to food pantries and things like that. If they don't have legal custody of these children, it is a very difficult journey for them. And then we feel, when I got my grandkids, like I was the only one, and you feel isolated. You feel like there's no one else understanding what you're going through. So we created Texas Grandparents. It's surprising, there are over 900,000 children in Texas being raised by kinship caregiver that are outside their home. And it's a national a national epidemic, that we have to care for these children. At the end of the day, they have the same rights as foster children to be able to be supported.
Amen to that, and God bless you. Thanks to you, you are helping at least this part of the nation get the information and support they need.
Thank you.
Thank you both so much for being here with us. I know that people can give you guys a call, reach out to you,
Absolutely.
or go to one of the monthly
Events?
meetings,
Yeah.
monthly support meetings. That would be wonderful. Stay with us, everyone, because we're going to be back with a look into why you may be seeing those smoky skies and how long it will last. More